So I'm Ben Blake. My role in the community when I get out of school I'm a physician assistant. I'll just try to, my job allows me to, as a student now and in the future, it allows me to connect with people. That's mainly how I connect with the community, and so that's kind of how you become known. That's Ben Blake, that's the PA up at the clinic, And so, yeah, I'm Ben Blake, I'm the PA at the clinic, and just try to connect on that professional, personal, I think that's how I try to connect. I went to high school at the Bible School in Independence, and I always knew that I wanted to get into healthcare, but I didn't know where at in healthcare. And my mom was a registered nurse, and she did foster care and respite care and all these things, so I knew that was my calling in life, but I wasn't exactly sure, where. So when I went to college, I, kind of played with a couple ideas. I thought dental school. Well, I'm going to go to dental school. That's my calling. And then after thinking about it, I was like, well, I don't just want to be limited to, just treating the mouth, and I spent some time in a clinic in Cherryville with Mark Hoffmeister, who does some work here as well. And as soon as I spent some time shadowing him, I just knew I wanted to be a PA. Just his ability to connect with people, the time he got to spend with people, hooked me, and that's when I knew it was my calling. And I was probably a junior in college at that point, and from that point on, I started looking at schools and applied and got in, and now I'm here, and before long I'll be out and I'll be certified. Well, I'm from Oswego, and so that's what brought me back. I wanted to come back home, and we have to do a required rural rotation, and so I go to school in Kansas City, and the city life's completely different than the life back here. And I plan on coming back to this area and practicing once I get out of school. So I didn't want to just go to any random rural rotation. I wanted to get some practice where I'm going to be at. And so I just wanted to come back home, spend some time getting to know the people better here where I'm from, and hopefully start to build those relationships that I can continue whenever I come back. I don't feel like you can be a good provider in any realm unless you connect with your patients. People talk about all the time, when they talk about good doctors or bad doctors, good PAs, bad PAs, they're rarely talking about the surgery you did, the illness you cured them of. They're talking about how well they connected with you. Oh, he was a great PA, he listened to me, he was caring, he was loving, they didn't say, oh yeah, he really sutured me up really well, or, he really cured my strep throat. They talk about that bond that you formed with them. And so unless you connect with people, I feel like that you can't be a good PA or practitioner of any kind. I think your patients, you can see it, you see it in your patient's face, but especially in rural clinics like this, they let you know, I was so worried about this until I came and saw you, and I feel better when I leave here. And so just knowing you had that impact on their life at the end of the day makes it a good day. You don't recall every illness you saw that day, you don't recall every procedure you did that day, but you remember what your patient said to you and how they acted and how they responded to what you told them. And I think that's how you know that you're making a difference. I am in my first rotation right now here at the clinic, so I have 11 more rotations left, so I'll be a practicing PA in a year from right now. Medicine in the city is just different. In the city there's never a shortage of patients, unless you just really settle down and open your own practice. You don't see a lot of the same patients over and over and over again. You may see a patient and not see him again for months or maybe even years. But in a rural community like this, you build relationships with patients. You see them on a sometimes weekly, monthly basis. You follow up. You know that person when they walk in the door. You see their face and you know, okay, I've seen them for this. This is what they're struggling with. This is what's wrong with them. And in the city, you don't get that. You see the mass amount of patients you see, there's just not the time to build the relationships. And so you look at charts. That's how you know patients. Oh, okay, well, what did I see them for last time? Flip through their chart and find out. And so you don't get that same connection. You don't have the same relationship. And the relationship's why I got into it in the first place. So that's what's leading me back here. I think I enjoy the city. I enjoy practicing medicine in the city because I enjoy medicine. But what I see for myself in my career is the relationships and doing it back here at home. That's what separates rural medicine from urban medicine.